So the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? This is fielded at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll go with their leading rusher from a season ago. This is Aaron Jones. Tackle made there by the safety, Derwin James.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Rodgers. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
Rodgers going to throw. Caught on the right side by Adams. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the 1st down as well. So opening drive, 3rd down, they go with a slant. It works.
And I'm wondering when the league's going to figure it out because everyone throws it on 3rd down. You expect pressure, so you want the ball in the hands of the quarterback quickly. It's a 3-step route ordinarily, and you're throwing it where you see the receiver breaking towards you. So it's an inside route. Everyone likes it, and it's executed very well.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Now it's Rodgers. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Adrian Phillips. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the 1st quarter.
Too many ones in this play. 1st quarter, 1st drive, 1st interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
390! 380! I'm coming for you, son! I'm coming for you, son! Shoot!
Melvin Gordon, the 2-time Pro Bowler, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the 1st half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
He's checking! Crash! Wait! Undercrush! Protein spill!
On 2nd and 12, Rivers. Got a man, it's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen with touchdown number 7 on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders. That
guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak can happen.
And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Joey Bosa in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Working from the gun. Rodgers looking deep for it. And got his man complete. They'll get 34 yards there.
Now that one hurts defensively. They force him into 3rd and long, had the advantage, yet they give up the big play right there.
Yeah, their offense was already warming up on the sideline, ready to come out. So much for that 3-and-out. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Rodgers. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. William Hayes able to record his 5th sack of the season. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Joey Bosa, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jackson, and they will score. It's a Packer touchdown.
What you just saw there, first-round talent, second year, even more success. A pick 6 for a touchdown.
A great play. And it's tough for these guys, you've told me before, to adjust in the secondary as a first-year guy. So that sophomore season is big for them.
They really start to expand the playbook for them even more. Sometimes they dumb it down a little bit to make them comfortable year 1. By year 2, they should have all the nuances, and now they've adjusted to the speed of NFL play as well.
Showed right there. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Rivers. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. On 3rd down, Rivers. And he's got a man open. That's Allen. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A Charger 1st down. Rivers hooking up with Allen. And by the way, it's worth noting that the Packers are one of 3 teams that Phillip Rivers has never beaten in his long career in the league. Carolina is one, of course, his own team, the Chargers, another, and then the Packers rounding out the 3. The tackle made by Blake Martinez.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Buffalo one. Bang, bang. Jam Pilot, 64, weak. Behind.
Throwing Rivers. And he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this 1st quarter. These 2 teams all tied after 1. So it's 3rd and long for the Chargers, and Rivers after the sack.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. Hey, we got 3 down. Hey, 50. 50's the mic. Mike. Mike 50.
Working out of the gun, Rivers. Room to run past midfield. And it's complete. Henry. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 44-yard line.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that. And that's what he did.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Rivers going to give it off to Gordon. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the 3rd down stop.
You think you won't get this? Let's go, hey. Go Mike 34, Mike 34. We got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right here. Let's go. Buzz.
From the shotgun, it's Rivers. Throw to the right here to Gordon. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain.
Load it. Hey, go orange. Scoot. Hey, Foxtrot. Hey, check back 34. Hey, Delta.
Now Rivers on 4th down. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first two drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn it into first downs and hopefully points.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. He's going to go for a big play down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley, the rookie from Delaware. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Set, round 80. Mike 34, Mike 34. Here we go, G.
From the gun, Rivers. He's airing it out for Williams. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Rivers. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Zadarius Smith able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. To throw is Rodgers. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
The 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the linebacker, Jatavis Brown. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Following the interception here, Rivers. He's going to let it go end zone for Allen. Got a man, it's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Chargers have taken the lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Melvin Ingram, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. Coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll be alongside at half to take us through the weekend in the NFL. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A first down there on a pickup of 25. This is Jones. Jatavis Brown there on the tackle. On 2nd and 9, Rodgers. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Nasir Adderley, the rookie from Delaware. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
Mike 50, Mike 50. Oh, yeah. Run 80. Here we go again. Here we go again. Hey.
Now Rivers. It's complete right side to Benjamin. Well, the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
From the gun, Rivers. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Packer pressure, and down he goes. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. So it's 3rd and long for the Chargers, and Rivers after the sack. Operating from the gun, Rivers. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. Rodgers to throw on 3rd down. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
A final shot before half for Rodgers. And this is going to be incomplete. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, so the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. Now on 2nd and 13. Rivers finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 16 yards, a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Rivers going to turn and give this one to his running back, Gordon. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
180. Man, I got you.
On 2nd and 9, Rivers. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Blake Martinez. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Again, it's Jones. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Casey Hayward. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him. Find him.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Darnell Savage, the rookie from Maryland. And they'll spot him at the 3-yard line. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Now Jones. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And Jones is not going to have the first down as they stop him short.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
They come out here in the eye. The offense is going to stay out there. We'll see what the play call is. They need to find, and he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Aaron Rodgers taking it in as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Crosby connects on the extra point, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They start from scratch here, so to speak. 14-all following the interception last time that led to a score. Now they've got it first and 10. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. Gordon, a Pro Bowler for the second time last season, 885 yards, 10 touchdowns, and that was only in 12 games played a season ago. And he also switched jersey numbers in the offseason from 28 to 25, and 25, that's the number he wore when he was dominating the Big Ten college gridiron for the Badgers of Wisconsin.
Hey, hey, hey. Choose the mic. Watch the slip, watch the slip.
They go back to Gordon here on first down. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
And that's one of the reasons you like the blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Stay there. Select 15. Defense, get out the field, defense.
Play fake to Gordon. Now Rivers. And he whips that one incomplete there. He was trying to hit Melvin Gordon there. And now it's third down. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that. And thus far, they've been successful.
Open man, it's Allen. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 42. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 11 more on that one, and another first down. From the 32 now, here's first and 10.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Red Delta!
Throwing, Rivers. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Virgil Green, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it first and 10. They'll have a first down past the 40. And finally marked down at the 42-yard line. That one good for 33 and a first. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. He's going to air one out. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They get the crucial turnover, just huge, but now they've got the football deep in their own territory, and you got to be careful because if you give it right back, there goes your lead.
Have to be extremely happy with their defense. They received a gift. That takeaway, even though they're deep in their own territory, now they have the football. And you know there's always that alpha on defense, that grouchy guy. Forget what the coaches say. I'll guarantee you, he told the quarterback, we just took care of you. Now you take care of us.
Strip the ball. Strip that ball. Switch. Wait, 89.
This is Gordon as they go to him again. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
180. Hey, Rocket. Left.
To throw is Rivers. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And they're already in the red zone. The 18-yard line is where they take over. Aaron Rodgers, 3 fourth-quarter comebacks last year. That's the most he's had in one season in his entire career. And he's going to need another one right now. And he gets us inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9. A nice run there, 9 yards. And it'll be 2nd down. They'll go again to Jones. And here he'll get it down to the 7. You know they'd love nothing more than to get a 3-and-out here after having the interception.
And it also tells you a little bit about how they feel about their leader, right? Their quarterback throws an interception in the previous series. They're trying to help him out here with a big...
Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Muhammad Wilkerson sacks him that time, coming in off the edge.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Jatavis Brown. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player, not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
And just not much to be had there. 1 yard out to the 10. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
3rd down and 9.
Set 180. 190. Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense.
On 3rd down, Rivers throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. He's been big, 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a 1st down here.
Let's go, D.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
It's going to be a long day. Check 3.
Hey, Delta.
Rivers now to throw on 1st down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, they'll force the incompletion.
Well, had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete.
Time to give a little credit here That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
You're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
A great return there of 22 yards. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10. Now a first down carry by Jones. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9. Rodgers. Open here is Allison. That's complete. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. They'll try and run for it with Jones. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Rodgers going to go on 4th down. And Adams has it complete. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's Rodgers to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up 3rd down. The Packers on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 14. Rodgers to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Joey Bosa in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Trevor Williams with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Another tote for Gordon. He's been busy this afternoon. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. The Chargers on 3rd down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 8. A toss play, Gordon. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Now the Packers going to burn their third and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. They'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Dylan James with a pick. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10.
They're going to need some therapy after this. Mike 52. Watch the screen. Hey, I'm going to go load it. Load it.
Throwing here, Rivers. He's going to take a shot right away from, and it's intercepted at the goal line. Kevin King with a pick. But he will not be able to bring it back. My goodness, what a bizarre ending. The kind of decision that could get a quarterback released before he gets back to the locker room. But fortunately for him and his crew, the ball game is over. Well, Charles, they were close in the end, but they couldn't get that last play, that last little miracle play done. They were within striking distance, but couldn't find a way to score.
They definitely had hope. They definitely had opportunity. Just unable to cash in at the end. Not an easy play by any stretch, but they definitely had a chance.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long from Southern California.